It's Rhythm and Soul Radio. I am Marco Nobles, and we have our virtual studio open. And stepping in the doors is legendary DJ, producer, one of the chosen few DJs, and now for his second time, Grammy nominated Terry Hunter. What's happening, man? How are you?
Sir, man, I'm here. We in here, brother. Good
Yes,
to be here. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Great to talk to you, and great to talk to you as you are nominated for the second time.
Yes,
This time for the remix of Beyonce's "Break My Soul."
yes, sir.
Um, talk about the feeling of being nominated again. As a producer for your
Yeah,
work.
man. It's amazing. For one, I didn't have no idea that I was going to be nominated for it. So I was watching it live
Okay.
along with everybody else, me and my partner Wayne Williams. And funny story, as we were watching, we were trying to figure out because at one point I didn't understand because Break My Soul had gotten nominated, but it didn't say if it was for the remix or the original or the full package. And it was just so funny. We were on the phone. Thornell might kill me for this, but I'm on the phone with Wayne, and then I'm texting Thornell like, "Hey, so what does this mean?" Blah blah blah. And Thornell was like, "Well, it's the single, and then it's the maybe the remix or however it went, but no, you can't say that. That's a Grammy nod for you because it doesn't say you in particular about the remix." And I'm like, oh man. And so I got Wayne Williams on the other line. He was like, well, nah, man, listen, you did the record, so that's all that matters, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. And as we're talking and texting, going back and forth,
Right.
we're looking on the computer and it comes up, hey, best remix category. Then they said somebody did the next thing was Beyonce, Break My Soul, Terry Hunter. And I
There you
said,
go.
so my man was like, Wayne said, what? I hit Thornell back. I said, look. So I hit the back. He was dumb excited, man. So I had no idea, bro. So it was just really a great surprise, man.
Right, right. And was really fascinating when I was looking at it. You've worked with some of everybody
Yep.
from Jill Scott to
Yes.
Kanye to or now Ye to
Yes.
now also the legendary Michael Jackson. And
Yep.
so when I looked at it, I was like, Terry Hunter has now produced, you know, superstars over different eras. Do
Yes.
you think about that? Is that something that you notice? Because when you look at it, you've kind of captured eras of music
Yeah,
of
man.
of history.
Man, I'm gonna have to say, like, God is good, man. And it's funny that you say that. I never looked at it. But what I did noticed was this year in particular, where it was special because when I did Beyonce, and soon after I finished it, before anybody knew I did it,
Hmm.
it was leaks and talks, amongst the industry. And so I got a call to remix Shaka Khan the following week. So that
Mm,
was in the month of June. So it was kind of like it's definitely been done before. And I've said this because it was at a time when dance music was really flourishing and we were getting a lot of remixes. But as of recent, it's kind of sparse. You know what I mean? You get stuff,
right.
but for me to just finish something for Beyonce and then to start something for Shaka Khan in the same month,
Hmm.
that really kind of was like, wow, all right, we on to something here. And so I had the privilege of doing Woman Like Me, her current single right now, that's
Hmm.
out for Shaka Khan. So that kind of was mind blowing to me. Like, wow, I just did the most powerful current artist of our time right now. And then the following week did the most incredible, legendary voices of music.
Right. Right.
I mean, so just two of the top females on both sides. Like it was, I was like, all right, now this is crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, when you were nominated previously, it was for the Jennifer Hudson R. Kelly remix. Is that right?
Exactly. Yep.
Right,
It's your world.
right.
Yes.
So now, obviously that had to be gratifying because that's a full Chicago thing.
That's a full Chicago thing. And that wasn't a remix. I produced that.
Oh, you
So
produced that? Okay,
yeah,
right,
I
right.
produced that. So that was a production thing. And I was, happy to have been a part of that, and especially at that time for them to receive the record like they did. And the irony of it all is that that year that we were nominated for a Grammy, or that Jennifer was nominated for a Grammy for the song I produced, we lost to Beyonce.
Right, right, right.
Here we are again, full circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So hopefully that means something. That
Hey,
means there's a Grammy in your future in
you
the
know,
next couple
hey,
of months.
yo, from your mouth to God's ears, brother. I promise.
Well, we're big on claiming things around here, so
Let's
we're gonna
claim it. We
claim it.
got this. We claiming it. We claiming it.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
It's Rhythm and Soul Radio. We're talking with the legendary Terry Hunter. Um, you know what is interesting is working with Beyonce. Particularly this album was super secretive. So, what
Right.
was that process like to be able to work on this remix, or did you get the call? Did you just start working on it and then people put y'all together? How did that happen?
Yeah, yeah. I got the call. Got a call from my management, and I just remember them calling me. And I was funny. I was doing my stream, and my phone rang a few times, and I knew who it was. And I said, "All right, I'll call him back." And then he called again. I said, "Man, let me pick this up." So I told my guy that runs the back end of my streams. I said, "Go to another scene," so they take
Mm,
me off camera.
right, right, right.
Phone, and he was like, "Hey, what's going on? I catch you at a bad time." I said, "I know I'm doing my stream. It's all good." I said, "I'll call you back." He said, "Okay, make sure you do." I said, "So what's going on?" It's like, "Oh man, Beyonce got this record. Just trying to see if you had any availability. Be interested in you doing Break My Soul. You got time?" I was like, "Do I got time? Yeah, I'm kind of busy. Yes." So
Right.
I told my guys, like, "Yo, let's get back on. Let's end the stream. Let's end the stream." So we cut the stream. I was like, "Sorry, everybody, gotta go. Something came up. See you guys next week. Whatever." Called them. We talked, worked it out, man. And I had a rough skeleton of it that night, and sent it
Mm.
to them. And they love where I went. And man, here we are.
Right, right, right. It's interesting that obviously there's the nomination because when the album came out, it was and it was right around. It was funny in music because you had Beyonce's album coming out and you had Drake's album that had come out right before that,
Yeah,
talking about bringing back house music,
yeah, yeah,
um, which I find laughable, but
yeah.
for
Of course.
somebody who's been, in it,
Yeah,
for decades
yeah.
and really kind of moving this culture, what was your reaction to that? To the reaction of the industry around Drake and Beyonce, leaning more towards house music and quote
Yeah.
unquote bringing house music back, so to speak.
Well, for me, I kind of figured, and I didn't know at that time, even before I got the call to do Beyonce. But let's start off with Drake. Like I felt like Drake did an album, and that album was dedicated to fashion icon Virgil Abloh, which is from Chicago as well. And so, what a lot of people didn't know, that was a dedication to Virgil. You know what I mean? And
Mm,
so, I thought it was super dope that Drake did that. And he also went to Black Coffee, which Black
mm-hmm,
Coffee is
mm-hmm.
who he is. So my thing is that he went to a credible person in house music. You know what I mean? And Virgil and Black Coffee had a relationship. So I thought it was super dope that he did that because he could have went to anybody. He went back to a bona fide house DJ, producer, and remixer. And so
Right.
I was all for it. And for me, after that, when the Beyonce thing was talking, I mean, she went to Honey Dijon, which is also from Chicago, and she produced some records on there. And then she sought me out for the remix. They could have went to anybody, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm.
they made sure they went to the source to get it. So to get the remixes and production done. So it was hats off to me. And then I knew, even getting in a little deeper, that wasn't their words. That was the media stirring
Right.
the pot. They never said they were bringing house music back. That was never Beyonce's words. Drake never said that. And so I just think that, a lot of people ran with that. But I loved it because it was great hype for house music.
Mm,
And
mm.
what it's doing right now is opening up the community even more. You have people like Frank Ocean announced shortly after that he's working on a whole house inspired album. And a lot of
Mhm.
people are just going, you can hear it in their records, man. They're putting that 4/4 in there, and they're putting that house element and soul into it. And so I'm all for it, man. Like, again, it wasn't Drake's words and it wasn't Beyonce's words, just the press stirring the pot.
Right, right, right. And I was going to ask you, like what happens now? Now that we have, these two albums, people seem to be mixed about Drake's album, but Beyonce's has been a hit, and
Yes,
people are still, they're still dropping singles off of that, and they're still getting played at
yes,
various parties, etc. And of course, you're about to win a Grammy for your
yes.
remix, So where do you see it going now?
Man, I feel like it's going to continue. I think we're just touching the surface again because again, around the world, we've been doing it. We're not new to this. So
Right.
in America, I think they've kind of caught on, and a lot of your younger artists, if they even want to recognize that it's house or not, but they're adapting to that sound, which is great for the community. You know what I mean? And so I just feel like I see a lot of people win Grammys, and for best remix or best dance record or whatever, and it's cool and it's celebrated. And after that, it kind of flies into the wind. And my thing is, win, lose, or draw, this is not flying in the wind for me. This was a big achievement for the house music community, number one,
Yes.
for Chicago and for myself. And I'm gonna ride this and champion this till the wheels fall off, until the next person that I know or don't know that's representing this sound gets another Grammy, and we can take it on to the rest of the major award shows and they recognize it. So I'm all for it. So with me, win, lose, or draw, and we claiming it, I'm gonna bring this thing home. Is that I'm gonna celebrate this throughout the whole year and really forever, because I don't think that's an acknowledgement or an accomplishment that should just be celebrating in the moment. And it's like, okay, whatever, let's get
Right.
on back to regular life. No, this is for house music, man. So we gonna champion this all the way home until we get that higher and higher and higher, and it becomes the new norm. That's my feeling behind it.
Absolutely, absolutely. You mentioned earlier about your stream. You did, as a lot of people did during the pandemic. We transitioned and started doing live streams of our radio shows, of our
Yes.
DJ sets, and everything. As the pandemic is kind of slowed down, you've continued doing your stream, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a stream that I do every Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Time, called Sanitize Your Soul. And it's been amazing, man. And that's what I thought. I said, oh, man, they're not going to be into it's going to drop way off, man. And you just big shouts to cats like DJ Spin, Alan King,
Yes.
Mike Dunn, my Chosen Few brothers. They have just kept it going, Jazzy Jeff. So it hasn't dropped off at all. It's actually picked back up. We have a core listening group that follow us every week, man. And it's the new way to break records.
Mm,
You definitely go into clubs and you hear your record that you love, but we're breaking records off of streaming right now. And so that's a
yeah.
whole new format and situation as we see, is not going to stop. So, we're trying to take that to the whole next level as well. So next year I'm going to be doing bigger things with it and adding some up and coming DJs to the platform, because I have a lot of those followers, and giving them their own shows throughout the week. So I really want to add to what I'm doing and not just stream once a week, open it up. You know what I mean?
That's awesome, and I'm certainly a follower of your stream of Alan King,
Yes,
DJ
sir.
Spin. Following. Then a lot of people had been following D Nice, but all of you guys were
Yes,
doing something, doing your thing, and bringing it differently,
of course.
which
Yes.
I think has been very very cool. And like you said, breaking records and bringing community.
Oh no, that's what's so important. That's what it is. And I mean, it's just a cult following, like the support that we get with, people that's representing Sanitize Your Soul, and also Alan King's SNL and Mike Dunn's to Get Down. And it's just Jazzy Jeff, he got the Mag family, the Mag mob, and it's just all of these situations is being born and developed as communities, man, that I never in a million years saw this coming. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
incredible to be a part of, man, and to see how far we really can go with this, because we're really only touching the surface. You know what I mean?
Right, right, absolutely. I know you got like you have your own label. You're putting out your own music, so let
Yes,
people know what you have coming up as well before we go.
absolutely, man. Yep, I have two labels, well, three now. A lot of people may know my Tease Box record label and Tease Crates. But I also have a new label that we started about a year and a half ago called Mirrorball Records, which we've had a lot of big exciting releases on that. Melba Moore,
Mhm.
DJ Immaculate's put some wonderful stuff out. Shannon Chambers, just a lot of stuff. Jazzy Jeff, we had a release from him. But right now, I'm most looking forward to my album, which is entitled Imagine No Music. I did an
Mm.
album deal with Ultra Music, which is now distributed by Sony.
Okay.
First single's coming out the week after the Grammys. So
All right.
I'm really excited about that. It's called Self Love. And it features the one and only Estelle, my
Oh,
sister Shantae Savage,
oh
and
man.
my brother Jay Ivy. So the song is man, it's monstrous. So you guys are going to be hearing it real soon, but that's due out second week of February 2023, and the album probably that summer. So some big things coming.
Absolutely. And everybody can find you, of course, the stream and Sanitize Your Soul every
Yes,
Thursday night,
on Tuesday.
7 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, right?
No, 7 p.m.
7
Eastern.
7 Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
There
Okay.
you go.
Right.
Absolutely. Yep, man. So come through if y'all watching. Fall through on the Thursday. Check me out or hit me on social media. Everything DJ Terry Hunter, Instagram, Facebook, IG. I said IG. What else is Twitter, TikTok? I'm everything DJ Terry Hunter.
All right, all right. It is the one and only, the legendary DJ Terry Hunter. Thank you so much for taking the time,
Thank you,
brother.
brother.
All the best to you, and we're gonna bring that Grammy home.
We bringing it
Come
home. We
February.
claiming it like you said. We claiming it. It's
We
ours.
claiming it. That's right. That's right. It's Rhythm and
Appreciate
Soul
it.
Radio. I am Marco Nobles. That is Terry Hunter.